Hello friends, welcome back to our little coffee club. Today I'm finally gonna make that video I've been promising. I'm going to compare the Lelit Bianca versus the Breville Infuser head to head. I've never done the test of brewing shots on both machines and tasting them to see if I could tell any difference. I'm gonna be using this coffee that I opened with you guys just recently. As a matter of fact, I recorded that video just the other day. I've been recording a lot and not editing a lot. So we'll see when I come around to editing all this stuff. All right, without further ado, let's just get over to the other counter. I think today's setup is gonna be a little bit different because, well, let me show you. All right, so as you can see on the left corner, we have the Breville Infuser. On the right corner, we have the Lelit Bianca ready to duke it out here. I have never done this test side by side like this, one versus the other. Could I tell the difference? Well, we're about to find out. Let me set things up and we'll do some puck prep. All right, so first of all, about the coffee, the Lavazza Crema e Gusto Classico. Just a classic dark roast from Lavazza. Is perfectly suited for milk-based drinks. For me, it's what I kind of gravitate to. It doesn't have to be this one. I've tried the Lavazza Rosa, which I also liked a whole bunch. It's a little bit lighter. If you're gonna drink the straight shot, the Lavazza Rosa, I liked it a little bit better. And also on the mocha pot, I like the Lavazza Rosa a little bit better. But this is great on the mocha pot as well. I wouldn't do pour overs or like filter coffee with this dark of a roast. It's not what I like. Also for pulling straight shots, if you want to get something interesting with some acidity and some other nuanced flavors, you might want to get something lighter. Okay, but for milk-based, this is where it's at for me. I think this is where the Breville Infuser is gonna have its best chance at matching what you could do with the Bianca. If you go to a light roast, I think this is where the Bianca would definitely pull ahead. But right now with this kind of a roast coffee, I really don't think you could even tell any difference. We're gonna find out, and we're gonna find out now. So I plan on making two of these videos, right? I plan on making one with this darker roast, and then I plan on making one with a lighter roast coffee, and we'll revisit this whole thing, the head-to-head with a lighter roast. But for now, let's go ahead and do 18 grams and start to dose out. Maybe, what do we start with? Let's start with the Bianca because I have a good feeling of where I could start with the infuser, because the other day when I opened this bag, I pulled a shot on the infuser and I got it pretty much spot on right from the get-go. So I think I know the setting, my grind setting, as for pulling a shot on with this coffee on the infuser. But as far as the Bianca, I have no idea. Now, one thing I did do on the Bianca is lower the temperature to 85. When you're dealing with a darker roast like this, unless you enjoy like some bitterness in your coffee, then you might want to lower your temperature. At 85, I've had some pretty good results with coffees this dark. I also set up my brew temperature offset to a -10. It's something I'm experimenting with and playing with. I still have to do the video that I promised on checking temperatures and everything. I haven't done that, but I'm still kind of, exploring this whole thing. I don't think the brew temperature offset really does much of anything, but that's, again, I'm trying and experimenting, and we'll revisit that in another video. So let's dose out 18 grams. Again, I have to dial in first for the Bianca because I don't know what setting. Usually you have to grind coarser for the Breville Infuser. And today I'm gonna lower what I did last time. I went at 24. Today I'm gonna go just below 24 because I think the shot I wanted to slow it down by about 5 seconds maybe. And for the Bianca, I know I have to be at a lower number. So I don't know, I'm gonna try at 22. Let's try at 22. I do wanna get kind of a fast shot. I would love to get like a 30-second shot on both machines. There is no pre-infusion going on, just kind of ramp up slow and let the machine do its thing. Because on darker roasts like this, you just kind of shoot up to the 9 bars or 8 bars or whatever it is you like doing, and that's about it. Just ramp up nice and slow. If you're gonna do a pre-infusion, just do a short pre-infusion, maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and then go to your 9 bars. That's what I plan on doing. Now with lighter roast coffees, definitely you wanna get that long pre-infusion time because, again, for me, it just works. It just works. And that's one of the things also where the Bianca differentiates itself, right? Because it has a rotary pump and you can run it for as long as you want. On the infuser, you have like 1 minute to pull a shot, and that's about it. If you don't get it within that minute, it's just gonna time out. So, and that's the reason why I think the lighter roast, I'm gonna prefer from the Bianca almost for sure. But we'll see today what happens. Okay, so for the Bianca, I'm gonna grind at 22. If we can get a 30-second shot, then we're good to go. Okay, scale is at 0, 18 grams. Oh, almost lost one. Okay, we are between 18 and 18.1. I'm gonna grind at setting 22 on the niche 0. Let's see what we get as far as retention. On this channel, we always check retention, make sure that we're getting the same thing we put in is the same thing we're getting now. So we'll reweigh it after we grind it and see if we're at 18.1. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer so you can see the roast level. All right, right there you can see the coffee is quite dark, but again, for milk base, this works perfect. At least for me, I love it. All right, make sure everything went through. That's why I always start it one more time. And you give a little love tap to the little spout because sometimes there's a little dust in there that also falls through. Let's reweigh it. All right, we're at 18. So we lost like a 0.1, but when it's 0.1, 0.2, I don't worry about that. So let's just go ahead and do our puck prep. Okay, put the scale off to the side. Now the very first thing we do is I like doing WDT in the little catch cup just to kind of declump everything, get it nice and fluffy. That way when I turn it over into the portafilter, everything's already nice and fluffy. I mean, I always do WDT again, but you'll see. All right, yeah, tamping station, I know. If you've been watching the videos, you know my struggles with the tamping station. Okay, for the rest of the puck prep, I gotta readjust the camera here. Okay, right there. Now on these dark roasts at setting 22, it's probably gonna be overflowing a little bit here. No, it's nice and flat. All right, did a good job today. I hope it doesn't turn out to be a slow shot. We'll see. That could happen. Okay, and now we do some WDT here in the portafilter. Just do some circles, start at the bottom, go all around the sides, then come up. Now the main thing here is that we want to distribute the density of the coffee to basically to be the same everywhere. All right. Okay, we have a nice puck prep. Now we tamp. Let's use Passato today. I haven't used Passato for a little while, so. But I actually like the Lelit tamper better. To me, it just works better because this little slant, man, I don't get it. Every time I tamp with this one, I mean, I have gotten a little bit better, but I seem to like, you see, it's it's always like a big crooked. I always check it with 4 points like this, make sure it's the same everywhere. All right, just adjust it a little bit. Bring it up nice and slow so that no coffee comes up. Yeah, this might be a little bit too fine for this, but we'll see what happens. Okay, a puck screen. Puck screen just keeps everything nice and tidy. I don't want to get a mess. And well, maybe I'll set up so I can get you all the angles and you guys see what happens here. All right, let me set it up. So lock it in and set it up so that you guys can see all the angles. All right, so this is kind of like the way we set up for pulling shots on the Bianca, so you could see all the angles, you could see everything. So let's get the Akaya up here. Start the scale. Okay, again, we just want to get like a regular 30-second shot, something like that. We have the automatic espresso mode, so it tears by itself, and now as soon as it senses liquid in the cup, it starts timing the shot and weighing the shot. All right, I just want to ramp up slow. That's all I'm looking for. So here we go. I'm not getting anything at all, so this is way too fine. Actually, no. Not sure what happened there. Something went wrong here. This did not act normal at all. All right, I gotta figure this out. Let me reset. All right, so we're gonna have to grind another 18 grams. You know, I think what happened was that the coffee just started to kind of like absorb all the water. So that's why I didn't see anything coming out for a little bit. Because usually these coffees are not as dense as like a light roast. So it was just absorbing, you know, had the paddle on low flow. So it absorbed the water for a little bit and then it just started gushing out because it was too coarse. So I'm gonna go down to 20, that's 2 notches. And I think that's what happened. This time I'm gonna open the paddle all the way and it should start coming out faster. So we'll see. Okay, let's do another 18 grams. You know, I do a lot less of this like darker roast coffees than the lighter roast stuff, which I'm always reviewing here on the channel. So yeah, but I gotta say on the infuser, for me, when it comes to like these darker roast coffees, it's easier to pull shots on the infuser. It's totally the opposite when it comes to light roast. See, 17.9, one more. Well, now we're again between 18 and 18.1. So let's, okay, this time I'm gonna grind at 20. Let's see what happens. All right, we got exactly the same thing we put in, we got out, 18.1. Okay, that's why I wanted to start with the Bianca, because I thought, you know, anything can go wrong here, because I haven't tried this coffee in the Bianca yet. So again, same process. You know, I wonder if it channeled. I don't know. I don't see any kind of like squirt. It did splash a bit, and that was, like, I'm pretty sure, coming out of the cup. So I think maybe the shot looked okay once it started brewing. It really threw me off though. When I saw like how long it took to start, like coming out, it really threw me off. I was like, wow, what's going on here? And then it just gushed out. So yeah, I think that's what happened. Just the coffee is not very dense. So, you know, since it's very porous, it just started to absorb a lot of water and nothing was coming out at first because I had the flow cut off. So you guys know how I reset for my second shot. So the puck screen is in there. I rinsed this out and then I ran already the machine so it could get this hot again. And all right, let's try again. Okay, let's do WDT again with this, the thin needles here with the WDT from Passato. Just again, the main thing here is to distribute everything evenly. Again, channeling has been totally under control here on this channel. I don't know about that last shot because that thing just gushed out. But for the most part, channeling hasn't been any kind of issues whatsoever. All right, let's go with Passato again. See if I get it better this time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this time's way better, way better. Adjusted a little bit. All right, little polish at the end to kind of like make sure none of the coffee comes out. Again, when you do that little polish, make sure you don't press down or, you know, it might be uneven again, so. All right, but there you see the puck prep. See that, make sure the camera's focused on the right thing. All right, so there you see the puck prep, looks nice. Let's put the puck screen in there and try again. Now I gotta set up all the cameras again, so give me a minute here. Okay, so I got all the angles set up again. Let's see if we could do a better job here. Again, with light roast, every single shot works on the Bianca. For dark roast, I'm always struggling, I gotta say. All right, so here we go. Let's try again. Now this time, the paddle's fully open. The coffee should start coming out in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds. But it is gonna ramp up probably really quick, but whatever. What we're mainly concerned with here is making sure we get our 45 grams out in about 30 seconds, okay? So let's try again. Here we go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna level it off there at 9 bars. You know, I think this shot is still gonna be fast. I knew that I have to grind finer with the Bianca. Wow, 19 seconds. That's too fast. I'm gonna have to, oh boy, I'm gonna have to pull another one. This is just too fast. So it did slow down quite a bit. This worked out fairly well. You know, I'm gonna taste this one. I'm gonna taste it. But the thing is, it might not be, you know, fair, right? Because 30 seconds on one and 20 seconds on the other one. But I bet you this shot tastes fine, because with this dark of a roast, this is gonna be fine. Yeah, it needs to be slowed down just a tiny bit. Yeah, I need to slow it down just a tiny bit. It's not, what I got the other day on the infuser is way better than this, I have to say. The infuser will win, hands down, right now. I have to try again. All right, I can't believe this, but this is my 3rd shot I'm prepping for now on the Bianca. This has never happened before. With light roast, all of my shots, and I've pulled dozens, okay? They've all been great. And only twice it happened that I threw the shot away because it was unusable. Okay, so I had 2 bad shots. Everything else was either good or great. I gotta say, most of them were great. It's funny how I struggle with the dark roast. Maybe either I have to practice more, or when I go brew dark roast, just do it on the Breville. I don't know what to say here. What else? Oh, there was definitely channeling on the last, on my last attempt. There was definitely channeling. The shots tasted sour and bitter at the same time, okay? So a sign of channeling. And you know what? I tasted the shot and I knew that. And when I tasted the sour and bitterness, I'm like, this must have channeled. I looked, and sure enough, there was a squirt of coffee somewhere. I already cleaned it up, not a big deal. It wasn't like all over the place. It was, I'm gonna look for it. But if you guys rewind the tape here and look for it, I'm sure you'll see it. There must have been some channeling. All right, my infuser already timed out. It got tired of waiting for the Bianca to be ready. Maybe we should just declare the infuser a winner here. When it comes to dark roast, get yourself an infuser or learn how to use the Bianca. All right, I'm sorry guys, let's try again. Listen, here, the main thing is that we hang out, we spend some time together here, I keep you guys company. Maybe you get a laugh here and there. I could see that happening for sure. Okay, so the shot was still too fast and I'm at 20. Now remember, on the Bianca, I pulled a shot at 24 and it was perfectly tasty, it was great. I'm gonna go down, I wanna slow it down just a little bit, so I'm gonna go down to about probably 23 and a half today. But now, on the Bianca, I'm all the way down to 18. I mean, that's not a big deal, right? It's just different numbers. Doesn't matter, but I never expected to have to go down to 18. I mean, I wanted to be fast, but just not that fast and out of control. I don't know. All right, let's go to 18. Let's try this thing again. Another 18 grams. Okay, I'm gonna be more careful with my WDT this time. So you know what, for sure, like these shots that are kind of out of control too fast, they definitely are more likely to channel than like longer shots. If you pull longer shots, like a 45 seconds long, minute long, or like I usually do with the light roast, with a nice long pre-infusion, they're a lot less likely to channel like this. Okay, so we're in between 17.9 and 18. So let's grind another 18 grams. Oh boy, the Bianca's over there in the other corner laughing at us. Well, laughing at me. You guys have nothing to do with it. You guys are probably laughing at me too. All right, here we go. Now we got some little beans popcorning in there. That's rare, you know. I've heard, who is it that, I think Lance, I think is the one that's always talking about that. But man, this is I never seen beans land around the edge here or anything like that. It just doesn't happen. I don't know, man. It's gotta be something with him. I don't know. All right, but there was a little popcorning action going on there. All right, let's see. All right, 18, we're right at 18. Let's do our WDT in the cup again. Okay, that's nice and easy. Put the scale off to the side. Oh boy, here we go again. To give you guys a little bit better angle, let me focus the camera this time. I keep forgetting to make sure it's focused on the right thing. Okay, that should be good. Okay, here we go. See, my puck screen was in there getting warmed up. Again, that's how I reset between shots. Retry this. Wow, I can't believe it. I'm pulling on, what is this, third shot? Third, fourth? I don't know, I'm losing count already. And I remember, I'm filming, I'm doing a lot of other things, setting up the lighting, moving the camera, so it's a lot. So give me a little break. All right, here we go. Let me see if it's in there better this time. A little better. Okay, dosing funnel. And we do some more WDT. I'm gonna be extra careful this time. I wonder if the channeling happened on the edge, because every time I've gotten channeling has always been on the edge. I know Wojtek told me to check out Lance's video as to his, what did he call it? Sun and moon technique or something like that, but I really didn't see that much difference from what he's doing and what I'm doing, so. Okay, just make sure it's nice and even. Now, channeling has not been a thing. Seriously, if you watch all the other videos. Okay, make sure everything's in there. Okay, I'm gonna tamp with the Lelit tamper this time. With this one, it's just pretty easy to get it straight because it has this straight here and it just always ends up kind of flush with the top of the portafilter, and it's just, for me, it's way easier. Okay, nice and slow, make sure the coffee doesn't come up with that. Okay, puck screen, set up the lights, the camera angles, all that stuff. And we go again. Oh boy. All right, here we go again. Here we go again. Oh boy. This shot, what, 3, 4, I don't know, losing count. All right, I went down to 80. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I went the temperature down to 80 because, again, that whole bitter, sour thing that was going on, it was just a bad shot. Let's try again. Come on, Bianca. All right, let's try again. Okay, again, let's try to just go to 9 bars. Okay, we went way over. It's all right. This shot is looking a lot better. You guys saw there, I wasn't even paying attention to the paddle in the beginning. I'm gonna let it ramp down slow there if it wants to by itself. As the puck degrades, usually you lose some pressure. While this puck prep was way better, I could see this is just, you know, when I look back at the video, I'll look for the channeling, but this one I think had no channeling. I think this is gonna be a good shot. Okay, 45.2 in 30, I stopped a little late. I think it was more like 37. It says 38 seconds, but it was more like 37. This shot is a little bit slow, but being that now I'm at 80 degrees, this one should taste, you know, it looks good. It brewed well. I think this is gonna be my best bet. If this tastes good, I'm gonna run with this one. Again, 38 seconds is what the Akaya says. That's from first drip. All right, we got a lot of crema. This shot looks good. Let's see. All right, this one is good. I'm gonna put it up here finally. There you see the shot. It's gonna have to wait there until the other one's ready. So let's do some puck prep for the infuser. You know what? I should have maybe have left it already prepped and in the machine. I could have pulled the shot really quick, but it is what it is. Let's set up. All right, with all these clips I've had to film, man, I'll be shocked if I didn't miss a clip, if I didn't forget to hit record somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. You guys are watching the video, so you guys already know, because I would have put it on the screen that I missed something. Okay, so again, with the infuser, I usually do 18 grams as well. Now, the grind size, though, we're gonna be at 23. You know, I'm gonna go just under 24. Let's call this 23 3/4. So I'm just under 24, because last time I was at 24, and it brewed a little bit fast, but you know, the shot was fine. So I'm gonna try this. Okay, let's make sure we're focused there and dose out 18 grams. Again, I'm glad that I'm doing this, this comparison with a coffee that's not like super expensive. Yeah, 18. All right, we're at 18. Let's try this. Again, we're just below 24. Okay, I just noticed that in my haste, I forgot to look at the retention, but you guys have seen that retention has not been a thing here on this video. Other things have, but not retention. So, all right, let me make sure that that's focused. Now, I didn't even have my tools for the infuser out. It's so cool that now I can walk around, because I have the mic on my shirt here, and I can walk around and you guys hear me the same whether I'm next to the camera or not. Okay, so with the infuser, again, it's not 58 millimeters, so I cannot do it the same way as with the Bianca, but you know, no big deal. This is what I'm gonna do here. Oh, okay, that didn't work too well. Man, today I've like, what's going on with me? All right, we got a little spillage. What are you gonna do? Again, you know, on my channel, although it's not live, I show you guys everything that happens, you know. If I mess up, you get to see it. So you see like real life, you know. What's the point of like editing to everything to be perfect when, you know, especially on this kind of comparison, right? Because workflow matters, you know, everything matters. I mean, you just saw that what happened there, because I can't do it the same way that I do on the Bianca. So then, you know, what does that mean? Well, you know, you got to deal with that, or you got to use a different grinder or some other, a spoon or something, or you got to get a different kind of catch cup. They do make catch cups that fit this portafilter. I think this one's, what, 54 millimeters, I think it is what Breville uses. All right, so we did some puck prep. Let me press it down here, make sure this is down. All right, that looks beautiful. Again, with the Breville, I have one of these distribution tools. You guys, well, if you've been watching all the videos, you know what I think about this, that it probably doesn't do anything, but I have it, so I use it. So just spin it a little bit. It is fun to use, you know, it's no big deal. Okay, and then I tamp with this one. This one is set to the minimum amount of distance that you need the coffee to be at. Okay, because you don't want, when you lock it in, you don't want to get an imprint of the shower screen on the coffee puck. If that's happening, then it's not down deep enough. And then what happens is that, you know, if you press it now and it doesn't touch metal against metal, then you're gonna have to down dose. I mean, if that's the right, if everything goes well and that's happening, then you're gonna have to down dose. But that usually is not a problem. A lot more likely what's gonna happen is that you do a lighter roast where you have to grind finer, and then you tamp with this and it just doesn't do anything. So in that event, it doesn't give you any pressure. So in that event, you would have to come with this one, is what I always used to do, and then just press it down until, you know, you kind of use the same pressure every time. That's what matters, the same pressure every time, not how much pressure, okay? So basically that's the workflow on the Breville. You saw it there. Again, I used it now and nothing happened because I already knew that this was deep enough and it's fine. Okay, so now we gotta go set up things on the other machine so we can pull the shot on the Breville, but let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. We're set up on the Breville. I think you guys will be able to see everything there. There's no use of doing all the angles and stuff with the Breville because there is no pressure profiling, and I don't have a bottomless portafilter for it, so what does it matter looking from the bottom, right? So, all right, lock it in. Now those parts are made for it, so if you want a bottomless portafilter, you can do that. As far as some kind of pressure profiling, I never seen that done on the infuser, but the dual boiler, there is a mod that you could do on it that gives you the ability to do some kind of pressure profiling. So, all right, here we go. Let's get the Akaya up here. Today I'm just going with the Akaya because I don't want, on top of everything else that's happened here, to have any kind of glitches with the time. The timer, the Akaya just never fails. Okay, start the scale. Again, on the infuser, I'm gonna do a manual shot, so you guys will see I'm gonna hold down the button for a couple of seconds. That's doing pre-infusion. Although I don't care about doing pre-infusion right here, but I do want to do a manual shot, and you kind of have to hold the button down. You could do either button, doesn't matter. Today I'll just go ahead and do the 2-shot button. Just hold it down for a couple seconds. Let it go. The machine's gonna ramp up to full pressure. And now we're looking for 45 grams out, hopefully in about 30 seconds. Now doing temperature on the Breville, there is a way to change the temperature. I never do that. I just kind of pull the shot at the temperature that it came from factory. Again, this shot turned out today way slower than last time. Okay, we're at 44. We're at 44 in 27 seconds. It slowed down, but not a whole bunch. This should be fine. This should be fine. Let's taste it. I think both shots are, you know, pretty much a good comparison, right? What I got here on the Breville and what I have on the Bianca. Let's just see if one is better than the other, if I could tell any difference. And we'll go set up at the other counter and taste these shots and see what happens. All right, so I hope you guys brewed something tasty here while I've been battling. It was supposed to be the machines battling, but it ended up me being the one that's battling. Okay, this is the one from the Bianca. I'm glad it's still warm. Here's the one on the Breville. All right, so can I tell the difference on the shots? Absolutely. They're pretty different. You know, and I have to say, the Breville right now is way better. Way better. There's no comparison. Well, what a shame, right? Listen, in this channel, you're gonna get the truth, okay? You're gonna get my real honest opinion on things, okay? I'm just an average consumer. If you give the Bianca to an expert, I'm sure he's gonna pull a way better shot. Or you would think, right? The machine costs 7 times what the infuser costs. You would think. Now, I think, and you've seen my struggles here with dark roast. Since I started brewing dark roast on the Bianca, I've struggled. With the light roast, it's been a completely different story. Next time, we're gonna compare the light roast coffees and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think things are gonna reverse. But right now, there's a clear winner here. First of all, I pulled 1 shot, it was perfect. I pulled 3 shots, it's still not right. This is still not good. It's not bad, but it's not as good as this one. You know, there's no doubt about it. I don't have to keep tasting. All right, let's see. Let me try again. I mean, it's not gonna change that this is the winner. There's no way. But let me start taking them apart. This one definitely has a bitterness. The sourness is gone. I think that shot pulled properly. Now how to fix it? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think I need to speed it up more. Maybe I can knock off 5 seconds, maybe even 10 seconds. I don't know. Maybe that would fix it. Look at the temperature is down to 80. And I got that brew temperature offset at a -10. I don't think that's doing anything, but again, that video's coming soon. We're gonna take some temperatures, we're gonna look at that, but. You know, your usual kind of dark chocolate, you know, not a lot of sweetness going on, not a lot of caramel going on. I wish I had some of that. I have it here. Here, this one's balanced. This one's well balanced. There's no bitterness. This one's way smoother. It's like, wow. Okay, you know, blame it on me. I'm not sure, but there's a clear winner here today. Okay, I struggled with the Bianca. You saw me pull like what, 3-4 shots. I still didn't get it right. This one, I pulled 1. You know, the one from the other day was even better than this shot. And it was the very first pull with that coffee on the Breville after months of not using it. And I just pulled the 1 shot, perfect. It's better than this one. This one's just really darn close. But you know what, I sped it up. I'm sorry, I slowed it down a little bit and I don't think it needed it. Maybe it was just, it's one of those things, you're never satisfied. You think you could do a little better. But I think last time was a little bit better, not by much, not by much. You know, the Lavazza Rosa had also better aroma, a little bit more aroma. I gotta say, all around, I like the Lavazza Rosa a little bit better. I had a little bit of like cherries, you know, this one's darker. The Lavazza Rosa, a little bit lighter and it shows. And I think it's just a better brew all around. But again, it depends, that's to me. You know, here's another point. And now I'm not gonna chit chat for a whole bunch here because I know this video is probably gonna be more than an hour. Like, that's not uncommon for me, okay? That's not uncommon for me, but I think this one maybe is gonna break a record after all the shots I pulled and all the pug preps and all this stuff. I'm gonna have a ton of clips. This is gonna take me forever to edit. We'll see what happens here. But I thought I was gonna be able to taste a difference in the gooiness of the shot, the thickness of the shot, because I was getting, when I went to the Bianca, I started to get more clarity in the shots. I could like kind of like the nuanced flavors in the coffee, I could taste them better, but I lost a little bit of that gooiness, a little bit of that thickness. But I'm not necessarily seeing that here now. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'm still gonna stand on the record here and say that on the Breville Infuser, you get a little bit more like thickness to the shot, a little bit more gooiness. If that's something that you enjoy, again, another win for the Breville. We'll see what happens when we go to light roast. For now, to me, there's a clear winner here. There's no doubt. The Breville Infuser, declared victor. All right, so, hopefully you guys learned something or got a little laugh here at my expense on this video. But I'll see you guys next time. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Please help us out. We're about to get to the halfway point here. Maybe by the time this video comes out, I'll be at the halfway point. I don't know. Look at my subscribers. Did we hit 500? I don't know. We're getting real close. We're getting real close. Maybe now we're a little bit over the top. I don't know. We're looking for at least 1,000 subscribers so that we could do some lives. Again, lives cannot be something like this. There's no way. Oh my God. You guys would have clicked off a long time ago. I've been at it for, I don't know, I didn't look at the clock, but I've probably been pulling shots for an hour here, and just watching me like setting up camera angles and stuff is gonna get boring real quick. So we have to decide on some other kind of a setup, I guess, for the lives. We'll see how we do it. Well, if we ever make it, because at the rate I'm going, I don't know. But anyway, I love spending the time with you guys, my little coffee family. I appreciate you guys a whole bunch. I really do. Hopefully you got a little laugh here. Hopefully you had some fun. I'm gonna mix these 2 shots, and I'm gonna make myself a cappuccino. I'm like overly caffeinated as it is already. Today I recorded 2 videos. I had like coffee in the morning, and I would say a little bit more than I normally consume. And now my afternoon brew. So I'm gonna be set, man. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be editing all night. So thank you guys for watching. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, I'm not sure if I said it, but I meant to. I'm gonna, the rest of the coffee that I had left over, I'm going to make a cappuccino here. So you guys sit back and enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, here's a little latte art. It's not perfect, but I'm happy with that. Let's give it a taste test. Again, look at that layer of foam, guys. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Put some milk in it, a little bit of sugar. Oh my God, if you like milk-based drinks. Also the Bianca, this is in one spot that it shines on, is steaming milk. Steaming milk is definitely an advantage to the Bianca as well. But again, if you're just planning on making milk-based drinks, be perfectly fine with the Breville. And it's, again, $500 versus $3,500. So I don't know, you guys decide. But this is perfect. I'm gonna enjoy that. I'll see you guys next time.